and welcome to another episode of the Open Book Besties. I'm Misty Walker.
And I'm Webster. And as you can see, we are like in the flesh today, and we're very, very excited. Usually we do this from how many miles apart? Like,
I don't know, a million.
Yeah, a million miles apart.
Miles away.
Now we're together forever.
Or at least until Sunday.
Yeah. Well,
when I go home.
I have a storm shelter, aka my dungeon. I could keep you forever if I wanted to. And your mom.
Yeah, but you have no strength, so I'm pretty sure I could take you.
Okay.
We also have an audience because my mom is here.
Yep.
And Holly is here.
Yep.
Hi.
So our little workspace is full of people today.
We've never done this with an audience.
I know, it's gonna be kind of awkward.
Nerve-wracking.
I know.
A little bit.
Well, she is here because we have the Tulsa book signing. We've talked about it on the podcast before, and this is your first book signing, and I know you're really excited.
I am excited, but I'm really nervous because I'm painfully shy.
You will be fine. I promise. You will. First of all, it's just hundreds of people that want to talk about books. And either if they don't know your books, they want to talk to you about your books so they can know your books. And we like to talk about our books.
Either that or they'll just be like, who's that? And look at my eyebrows right now, okay? If this is what people are going to see when they see me, they're going to run because whatever this camera's doing is giving me fire crotch eyebrows. And I hate it so much.
I think they look good.
They go, shut up. I do not. You're such a liar. I don't know what happened. But
I wish my eyebrows looked like that. I mean, for real.
Well, I do have the tools, apparently, to make that happen for you.
Yes,
so.
I know. Could you imagine if you tried to do my eyebrows? Like, my eyebrows don't even do that. Yours, like, go all the way over here and do this thing, and mine, they go like, mine are like deflated eyebrows.
They're not, but if the straight is in right now, like, my arch is not in. I'm out of style right now.
I should make them like this. Maybe people would take me seriously. They would ask me if I write children's books with my eyebrows. They would be like, dang, what does that girl write? She got villain eyebrows.
Clearly she writes horror. I don't know. It's driving me nuts though. Oh well. I'm just gonna have to get over it.
Yeah. Well, I think you look great.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm so glad you're here. It like makes me like want to like pet you. And you know, when the signing's here, I'm going to be looking at you lovingly from my table. Like,
you're going to be too busy.
Y'all are going to be next to each other. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Well, I'm going to be, I feel like I'm just going to be so excited that you're there, and I'm proud, you know? And so I'm going to keep giving you that cheesy, proud mom look.
Mother hen.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm going to be looking this.
Watching her little chicklet grow.
I know, and my mom's gonna come to the signing to like walk around and look at stuff, and she said she's gonna come buy some of your books, and Holly was like, she should wear a matching shirt like us, and then she was like, no, she's probably gonna wear some proud mom of this author shirt, and I was like, yeah, she does have one of those.
Does she really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cute.
It says like something like, I'm the proud mom of a published author or something like that. It's cute. It is. It's cute.
Sweet.
So she's supportive. But and obviously your mom's supportive because she's here with you and she's going to be doing stuff with you. So
so she's supposed to be helping me, like, you know, ring stuff up, right? Mm-hmm. Except for last night I just realized she doesn't know how to do electronics. So
well, you got Holly.
You teach me, and then I'll teach her, or I'll just be, we need to make it to where I'm in between both of your tables, and I can just go,
Yep, Holly's tech support.
Yeah. So we'll figure that out. I'll teach her tonight. And
also, you know, Matthew, he's got a new job, and he's going to be working a cash register, so we can be like, this is practice for you.
Yeah. This is job training, really.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, my friend Karen is going to come, too, and help.
Oh, swear engine?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. And then who else is going to be there? My friend Erin is going to
be there. Yeah, I'm excited to meet her.
Mm-hmm. Erin's amazing. And then my friend Heather, she's on her way. She's staying here close by, so we might actually see her soon. And then Yolanda, another author, her flight got canceled, so they're driving
from Connecticut.
So it's like a super long drive, but I'm excited to see them because, you know, me and Yolanda have been trying to like meet each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, she's been my friend for a long time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've probably known her even before I knew you, because like the very first anthology I ever did, she was in with me, or the second one, I should say. I don't know, it's been a long time, but
Yolanda Olson is who we're talking about.
And she writes like horror books, and she has this really good series that's like pretty taboo, but it's also super dark, and it's not a romance, but you know, we see the romance in it.
Yeah.
And it's so good. And she had this world, and I actually wrote a book in that world with her because it was fun. Anyway, so I'm excited to see her.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. So, and then what else? Who else are we gonna see?
Harlow Lane will be there.
Yeah, Harlow, and actually she got right by us, Yolanda and Harlow. So it's like two people that we know got put beside us. So I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, and then there's a girl that lives here in Broken Arrow with me, and her name's Chantel Tessier. And so we'll get to see her, and then her assistant is Christina, and she just moved to Broken Arrow.
Oh.
Yeah, and then she's like best friends with Elizabeth, or really good friends with Elizabeth, who reads for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be cool to see her.
That book world is so small.
It is. And let me see who else is, I'm trying to think. Sapphire Night, she's really cool. Like, just like all kinds of fun people are coming, and
obviously Hillary Storm.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and she's the one that always throws at the events, and she always does a really good job. And she's just, I don't know, she just does a good job. And this, I don't know, I feel like this event has a lot of people who drive, and so they tend to buy more books because they have the room.
Mm.
Whereas I had gone to a signing before in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and so we had to fly. Everybody had to fly because, you know, Fort Lauderdale's not really close to anybody. Right. And so people, and then it had like big authors like Katie Ashley, is that her name? Or what's her name? The one that you like that writes the really dirty books. Oh, and it's been around. She's big.
Kristen Ashley?
Yes, that's her name. So she was there, and like
she wrote one of my favorite books ever, Night.
Yes, and so she was there. So everybody was like, "Oh wow, these." So they went and bought all their books from like these people that, you know. And then I was like small potatoes, like nobody knew me, and they're like, "I only have room for 3 books in my suitcase." And I'm like, "Okay, so you don't want any money?"
Are you trying to let me down easy here?
Yeah. No, that was a destination. I'm saying this is the good one. This is the with us being in Oklahoma, everybody's driving, and they have lots of room in their trunk for all the books. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And if Matt were going, he would convince people to open credit cards to buy books.
Maybe we should bring some credit card applications. Right.
Because we went to one signing one time, and we didn't really know anybody, and he got a lot of people to our table, and I still remember this girl to this day. I don't know who she was, and if she's probably not listening because, you know, we've only got 16 people who listen. But if she was listening, she's probably thinking, "Yep, that was me." But so she obviously doesn't know who I am. That's fine because, you know, I was new at the time. And she's like walking past her table trying not to make eye contact, and my husband's like, "Hey!" And she stops and she looks and she sees he's staring right at her. And I felt so bad for this girl. Her face turns bright red, and she says, "Me?" And he says, "You." And he goes, "Come here." And, you know, he has that like commanding sense about him. And so she, like deer in the headlights, walks over to us. And he said, "You're just gonna walk on by without talking to us?" And she was like, I don't know you. And she picks up a book. I felt so bad for her. I was like, "Matt, leave her alone." I said, you know, the whole time I'm going, he's just kidding. And so she's like, no, I want to look at your book. So she's looking at it, and she's like, "Okay." You can tell she's just like thinking, "I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna run away."
Yeah.
And then she was like, and he goes, "You gonna buy that book?" And she's like, "I don't have enough money for this." And he said, "Oh," and she said, "Because I left my wallet in the car." And he says, "Well, go get it." And she says, "Oh, well, all I have is credit cards with me." And he's like, well, you can use a credit card. That's fine. We accept credit cards. And she like literally just stood there like, I don't know what to say. And I said, he is just kidding. And then finally he lets her off the hook and says, I'm just kidding. And then she walks away. And I was like, do not do that to people. But yeah, he basically will reel people
harass
in.
people
Yes.
into
Mm-hmm.
buying books.
And what's funny is whenever we used to do like, because a lot of people want to get pictures when you're in book signing, and you know, the assistant, that's something that your mom will do, is they'll say, you want to take a picture, and she'll be like, okay. And
I see the panic.
Yeah.
The panic is coming on. She's like, wait, what did I get myself into?
right. But see, Matt, what he would do is he would get the camera out and he would first take a picture of himself. And then he would take a picture, and he did this with every single person. And every signing I would get like, whose husband is this on my camera roll? And I would be like, oh my gosh, that's mine. And actually that's how I met one of my friends, Donna, who works for Wander.
Oh.
And because Matt had taken a picture of himself on her, and she posted, and she just got the biggest giggle out of that. And so anyway, he's really great about that kind of stuff.
I've seen people post pictures of him and be like, Christy's husband took a picture of himself.
Yep. And then what's really funny is, you know, I think he's just mysterious.
Yeah.
Because when we go to signings, he'll have people like peeking around the corner, like they'll have their like, and he'll look at them and they're like, it's like they want to see like I don't know, like, you know, who. It's just a mystery of like, who's Kay Webster's husband? Like,
yeah. Well, you typed Kay Webster into the search engine that one time.
Yes.
And the question popped up.
Who is Kay Webster's husband?
Yeah.
Or pictures of, and he was so embarrassed by that, or
Was
like more like disturbed.
Oh.
Not embarrassed. He was just like, why do they want to know what I look like? And I'm like, I don't know. They're just curious. And what was funny is somebody else recently, I was looking up another author, and now the same question popped up for them, that people wanted to know what their husband looked like.
That's so funny.
I know. I thought it was funny.
You know what I saw at TikTok the other day, where this guy was holding up a picture of like, I don't know, a romance book written by a woman. And he's like, you know, I read this and I'm able to get into it and stuff. He says, but then I read this book and it was written by a male author, a romance book written by a male author. And he's like, when I read this one, I can picture like a woman sitting in a cabin, you know, typing it out, giggling to herself. But when I read this one written by the man, all I'm picturing is some sleazy guy in his grandma's basement, you know, clacking away, you know, naked from the waist down. And that, like, do people really picture like what we look like when we're writing romance books, and not like, why are you focusing on that and not on the book? I don't understand that.
Okay, that boils down to what's your,
oh, you think
aphantasia or whatever, because I will tell you this. I have co-written with Jessica, and almost every heroine, I see her face when I'm writing.
Really?
I don't know why. And it's not like I'm like, not during the steamy parts, obviously, but the
Yeah,
comedic stuff, you know,
Yeah.
because she's that way, and her personality comes out through those characters, and that's a lot of what she writes. And so I see her in those, and then it is sometimes hard to like turn off, like even my mom would say, you know, I have to just forget that Christy wrote this, that it's just a book, you know, because she doesn't want to think about like,
maybe
you know.
that does have to do with my aphantasia then, because I have never once thought about the person that was writing the book. I mean, clearly I wouldn't visualize it since I don't do that, but I've never once thought that.
Well, and then also like, you know, like I read a bunch of like Ella Fox's books, and before, when I didn't know her, she was just some mystery author. But then when I now that I know her, whenever I read her books, like I hear her voice in the characters. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think some people, they visualize it that way, whereas you, with your thing, you don't really, I don't know.
My stupid brain.
Yeah. Well, obviously you can block out, you know, weirdo stuff that I can't.
Yeah. I guess that's what it has to do with probably then, because I never in a million years would have thought somebody would be visualizing. But I will say that when I read books written by you and it's something that you say, like I can hear your voice.
Yeah. Like and what's funny is like, one of my friends will say, is this a a real saying or is this a Christy saying? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I just say that. And she's like, yeah, you should probably take that out because that's literally your voice, not your writing voice, but your voice. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't want the dude that I'm writing about to sound like me.
Yeah. There's some, I can't think of what it is, but there's one phrase in the male POV that I catch a lot in your books.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even think of what it is right now, but every time I see that one thing, and it's always in the male POV,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to hear Christy's voice right now.
Right. It's probably something I say, and then they also say, because it's probably something Nat says.
Probably, yeah, exactly. So we are packed up.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna take your stuff over to my hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And my stuff, because I had my stuff sent here.
Yes, and that way
and maybe there might be a little room for me to walk around.
I know. How you never sent me pictures of your room. I'm fixing to like. No, I don't.
No, it's huge. It's a huge room.
Oh, it is. Okay,
and it's really nice too.
Okay, good. Well, then I will. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it fits in the truck, so it can't be that bad.
And we can always store stuff in my mom's room.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. And then hopefully we'll sell all the books, and then we'll be bringing back empty containers. That would be good.
I don't want to ship books home, so.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was just telling you.
I might just leave them with you.
Yeah. Well, I was just telling your mom, I was like, don't worry about it. We'll just ship them whenever, and it'll be fine. Like, or whatever. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Just keep it here until next year.
Mm-hmm. I'll even ship your sign back for you if you want. Although that sounds hard. I never shipped a sign before, but I could figure it out. AKA Holly will figure it out.
Right, yeah. Everything you don't want to do, it just automatically goes to Holly.
Yeah. She's just smarter at figuring stuff out than I am.
Yeah.
I just play dumb.
And you would probably put it off for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's like, no, we got to do it now.
Yeah.
Got to get done.
Yeah, she makes me a little to-do list sometimes, and I'm like, eh. And then she'll say, well, I'll say, let's worry about that on Monday. And she'll say, yeah, you said that the last time I told you about this. And I'm like, oh, my procrastination is really showing now. So she calls me out, and then I'm like, okay, fine, we'll do it. And then after, when she makes me do it, I'm okay. I'm happy. Oh, sorry.
It's chaos today.
Yeah, it is. He probably didn't know that we were recording.
I hope he can get out.
He'll figure it out. Holly's down there. She'll
His truck's big enough. He can just fly over the top of.
Well, he's driving my car.
Oh, I'm in the back of you.
Oh, okay. Well, Holly will figure it out then.
Shoot.
He's not gonna run you over. I hope not.
Okay. Well, maybe I should just quickly. Does she have her phone?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Should I go woo?
No, it'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
He'll come back and be like, what? And he'll come back. So
he'll come back, but then Mom, will you go move it? Yeah. Sorry.
Where's your keys?
It's in the side pocket of my purse. It's in the kitchen on the bar stool.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We knew that, like, we had this great idea. We're like, let's have a podcast, and we were like, we really have no idea how to do it, like, live, like, together, like, in the flesh.
Yeah. There's just too many variables today.
Mm-hmm. So, but our listeners, when we just talk like this, they feel like they're right here with us. So, yeah. But what else were we going to talk about? Oh, we've got all the stuff that we're going to bring, and then tonight is the mixer.
Tonight's the mixer.
Or the icebreaker is what they call it.
Which, it's like 8 to 10 p.m., but I don't remember the last time I wasn't in bed by 9.
Right. So
I don't know. I'm envisioning me just falling asleep. Mm-hmm. And it's like at a bar too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, last time in the past, it's like basically, just kind of make appearance, and say hi to people. And then, I mean, I don't think that I stayed a long time because I have to get up early the next day and work. Yeah. So, and I would say several years ago, I got the smart idea to drink. And that was a bad idea the night before, because then I was so like the next day when I was trying to sign, and I was like, never again. So,
well, I wish I could drink. It would probably make this experience a whole lot easier to bear if I could just like down a cocktail.
Yeah, you'll be okay though. It'll be fine, and you'll realize that as soon, like, it'll be like, I'm even a little bit nervous, and I know what's going to happen, and I know it's going to be fine. But that's just, I think it's excited, nervous energy. And then once the people start coming in and walking around, then you kind of get into like a flow. It's fine. And then you're like, okay, this, and Hillary sets it up in a way that she does like a raffle. So they all have to come to each table and get their little paper signed. And that way they meet you, because that way they're not just skipping over and going to the people that they know. Yeah. And so they'll get their little paper signed, and it gives you a chance to tell them about what you write, or say, hey, or, you know, whatever. And it gives you more of an opportunity to meet the people. So
when people ask me what I write, I'm like, I don't know. What do I write?
You write gritty, emotional, super steamy books. There you go. You've got some dark stuff, you've got some stuff, you've got some biker stuff.
Oh, we compiled all 4. Here, I'll go grab it.
Oh, Holly, get it. Holly, grab us that one. She'll get it.
We combined all 4 Briggs Ferry Bay books for like a special edition cover for the signing. If you're listening to this on the podcast, just imagine the prettiest thing ever.
Yeah, it's way prettier in person than this backwards look. Well, I guess it won't be backwards when they see it, but yeah,
it's like abs and rainbows and
magic.
Yeah,
lots of magic.
Really, really pretty.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of those to bring, and if we have leftovers, we'll sell them on our website.
Yeah,
people will still be able to get them. They don't have to fret, because I can already imagine right now someone's listening going, what?
I said something about it on Instagram, and I had quite a few messages of people saying, no, I'm really sad I'm not going. I'm like, don't worry, it'll be up on my website after this, because I'm sure I'm not going to sell all my copies.
Yes. Well, you never know. You never know. I mean, you just never know. If you go in thinking everybody's going to buy all of my books, well, guess what? They're going to buy all your books.
They have to buy all of my books. So I don't want to back them.
Right?
I don't have a choice at this point.
Well, and it was funny because Holly had said that when this, in the other years past, she didn't really she was nervous. She didn't know what to do and all this. And now that she's been basically running my online bookstore for the last few years, and then we had COVID, so we didn't do anything but now she knows everything. And so she's like, I'm going to go into this a little bit different than normal. And I can really talk up the books and the bundles, because she knows, and she keeps me on my toes, because I tend to, like we were talking about earlier, I try to I would just probably just give away everything, and then I would be like, oh, I didn't make any money. So
my mom hadn't been here for more than 30 seconds and you'd already given her a book.
I know. Did she put it over there? Hopefully she put it over there. She did.
It's right here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, well, she needed it. Like moms, they get the mom favor.
I had readers messaging me and being like, hey, do you think you could just swipe one of, whatever? Because you're doing all of these cool things with Patreon and they're seeing it. And they're like, I want one, but I can't. I don't have enough money to join. They're like, hey, would you mind just slipping me one of these?
Yeah. And you're like, no, she gonna let me.
Holly would yell at me. I'm not going to do that.
Well, if we won't give you one, we definitely.
That's true.
Yeah, you really are gonna steal some.
I might. If Holly leaves, I will.
Yeah, there's one hardback sitting over there that they're gonna, That's funny. So yeah, we are very excited about. I mean, I'm just excited you're here.
Yeah, I am too. I wish it were a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Because it's freezing and the winds. No joke.
Oklahoma wind. That's part of the song with the winds sweeping through the plains. It's
that's not a sweep. That is
what's the weather in Reno?
It's sunny and beautiful and warm.
Huh.
Always.
Except for when it's snowy and you send me all those snow pictures.
Yeah, except for them. We don't get rain hardly ever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does get a little gusty. Because we're in a valley.
This is a weird kind of weather for us. We don't normally have this biting, chilly wind. It's windy, but it's never like this chilly.
Yeah, because last weekend you guys were outside in your shorts,
working.
The kids were, and working out in your yard all day. So I know it must have been warm.
It was. So
I think it's 82 degrees at home right now.
Really? It is warm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm missing out on that.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, my dog decides. She's like, you guys is jokes.
Sick of our bullshit already.
She's like, listen to them.
And then after the signing, there's another.
Okay, yeah. So after the signing, there is a
I don't know,
like a get together.
Just a get together, I guess is what you'd call it.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking at some point we're gonna have to find a time to eat dinner.
Yes.
So and there was a few people I saw at the hotel that seemed like they didn't have, you know, people to hang out with. So we'll just go collect them too. You know, yeah. I collect people at these events, you know, because I don't want anybody to just be there by themselves. So I will just find them. I'll find them. They will find me. I will find them. You just watch. I would just magically find people. They have, like, you'll see them walking around and you'll think, that looks like a book person. And I'll be like, are you a book person? And they'll be like, are you a book person? I'm like, yes, let's go eat. Let's go eat dinner. So
everybody that I've seen checking in today, walking through the hotel, I'm like, I wonder if they're here for it.
Yeah, they probably are.
But I do know that there was like do you know Senegence?
A what?
There's this MLM company called Senegence. They make the lip sense, like the lipstick that like stays on forever. They were on our flight from, where were we? Denver to here. They're like makeup people, right? And so they all had like perfect makeup,
really
beautiful, and they all had like makeup swatches on their hands and like big old cases. So I'm thinking that maybe they're having their thing. Because is there anywhere else? Too? I mean, are there a lot of places that? I don't know.
I don't get out much, so
yeah. But I think they're probably there too.
That'd be cool
stay
if they
far
were
away from there.
Why?
Because they're going to talk you into buying makeup.
Who, you or me?
Well, they'll probably talk you into buying makeup because I will say no.
I'll come out of there like a Synergia rep. I'll be like, I got this case of, samples.
Only $4.99. $499.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
All I got to do is, have one party a month, and Misty, you're my party. Oh yeah, I'm a sucker. I get I get sucked into that stuff. So you got to protect me.
Yeah. Or smack away all the makeup people.
Yep.
Well, it's gonna be fun.
Yep.
And hopefully I don't just freeze.
I think you'll be okay. I mean, I sweat at those things.
Well, I was thinking like freeze.
Oh.
And you're worried about the temperature.
I have been worried about the temperature this
She
whole time.
literally requested to sit underneath an air conditioning vent.
Yes. They asked if I had a medical condition, and I'm sorry, but that is a medical condition. It's crazy hormones, okay? I get hot flashes.
I'll have to get bags of ice to just tape to your neck.
I know. And then what'll end up happening is I'll start sucking down the ice water or bottled water because I'm so hot. And then I'm like, run over to the bathroom, back and forth, and you'll have people talking to you, and you're like, hold this on, or let's take this conversation to the bathroom.
I'll sign your book after I wash my hands.
Yep. So, but anyway, I'm excited, and even just we haven't been to a book signing in forever, so it's been a couple years, so it'll be nice to like people again. But I think was it you I was telling that, was it you that we were talking about how we're already like worrying about how tired we're gonna be?
Yeah.
Because we already don't like do gatherings and things that often, and
we don't people.
So it is exhausting because you have to, basically you're selling yourself.
Yeah.
And so you're like on all the time. And like Avery,
that's
my daughter,
exhausting.
It is. And my daughter, she always makes fun of my TikToks because she's like, you're so peppy in your TikToks. You're not like that. Why do you talk like that in TikTok? And I'm like, okay, at home I can be myself. Okay. I can just be relaxed and boring or whatever. But when I'm talking to people, I got to like get their attention. I can't be like, like when I'm sitting in my chair, stop pick it on me. So, and that's how it is with the book signing is, you know, friendly and smiling because, you know, you're trying to be nice and friendly because you
have to represent your business.
Right. So, and that's hard after a while because it does take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, you just sit in your chair and I will take care of you.
Because you're going to have so much time for that.
Yes, I will take care of you. Although at the last book signing, Jessica had to take care of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she
is peppy even when she's at home.
Yeah, she's the kind of person, like, you've got some people who, like, sit at their chairs and don't, like, they're, like, scared, you know, they're just nervous, so they don't even hardly say anything to anybody. And that was kind of me, like, in the beginning. But then you got people that'll sit in their chairs and they smile. That's me. Smile and wave. And that'd be you too, probably. And then you got people that like to get up and like walk around their table and like mingle. That ain't me. I'll get up and take a picture and I'll, you know, but I'm not going to sit like mingle in the group because I don't want to stand.
Yeah.
I like to sit. So you can come sit beside me and talk to me, but you know, and so, but Jessica's a mingler and she likes to like get in the line and, you know, like make conversations with everybody in the line. So
I saw one of the authors post a selfie of her with like a bottle of wine and she's like, I'm gonna have wine, so come see me. Is that what the authors do, is just serve everybody alcohol?
Holly wants to know what table was that. My mom's gonna be like at that table too.
I'll screenshot you.
Yeah, some of them do have, I mean, it is the Hard Rock, so it's kind of like
a free for all,
right? But yeah, I mean, some people have alcohol, and you know,
I brought squishy penises. I didn't bring alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't. I just brought ink pens. Super boring.
Did you bring the glow in the dark stuff?
No, I didn't bring my glow in the dark lube this time, but Christy has one.
I do. Where did I put it? It's around here somewhere.
Bottom
Oh yeah, it's around here somewhere.
I got a squishy penis over here too.
Yeah,
I got a squishy penis.
She stole it. So yeah, we'll
see which one wins out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure yours will. But my pins I could take home to mom.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to take home 100 squishy penises, so people better come by.
And you didn't, when you went through the airplane, they didn't like get into your
sent them to you.
Oh, okay. So we didn't have to worry about that.
No.
Okay.
Chrissy's worrying about it for you.
I'm worrying on your behalf. I'm like second-hand embarrassed.
But if I have to take them home, then I will be.
Yeah. We can put a squishy penis in her bag so when she goes through and they don't know it. We may have to put
like something, tape a little piece of metal on it and hide it in there, and the thing will be like, beep, 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 beep. And they'll be like, what is this? What is this? She's like, I don't know where her face is from. I don't know where that came from.
You can have that one. I have 60,000 more of them in my bag.
Well, one time when I had gone to that Florida signing, I had gotten to, I don't know, I had magnets. Okay, and I guess if you have a lot of magnets in your suitcase, it looks like a bomb.
Why.
Yeah, they're like, what is this? And so they, you know, they're looking at me like I'm shady. There's nothing about me that says that I'm shady, but they were looking at me like I'm shady. And they unzipping it and open it with their gloves like they're gonna find something, you know, terrible. And I'm like, it's just magnets. And she's like, we have to look. And so she's like looking. She's like, and then she's reading them, and they were bookish stuff. And I was like, I could feel my face like turning red, and I was like, ugh. And then finally they shoved it all back in there, and they're like, bah. You know, they were unconcerned, but they definitely had to get into it. So that was embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't want that experience. I'll if I have magnets left over, I'll ship them.
Yeah, whatever you have left over. And basically, I mean, that's if you're like another author and you're listening to this, if you're going to do a book signing, if you have a friend or somebody like that you know, everybody's got friends everywhere. Like that's just how the book world is. And 9 times out of 10, you can find somebody that will let you ship the stuff to their house, so that way you're not trying to bring it all.
Yeah.
So, especially if, you know, and people that go like overseas for signings, you won't find me going overseas for signing, but other people do it, and they will have their stuff shipped over, and you know, so.
Yeah. That won't be me either. I don't think. That sounds way too stressful.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Unless it's like maybe somewhere tropical.
Yeah, I mean,
then I would do it.
And add me as your assistant.
Yeah. Maybe that's how I'm gonna steal you from her.
Yes.
Promises of a tropical vacation, and you're mine.
And I couldn't even like defend her honor. I'd have to, because I ain't going. I'll just be sitting in my chair but feeling sorry for myself that you stole Holly.
And we'll send her lots of photos.
Damn them.
Let's be honest, she's the more valuable one here.
This is true.
Okay. We have like 10 minutes left.
Okay, it's we got to talk about what we're reading.
Yeah.
Okay, you go.
Oh, me. Okay.
We didn't prepare.
We did not prepare.
Okay. Oh, I usually have my
Yeah,
my
you
book.
usually have it with you.
Holly, stat.
Is it downstairs?
It's the red one, the one I told you about earlier.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'm starting with audiobooks.
Okay, tell me your audio.
Because have you ever read an L.A. Martinez book?
No.
Is it good? Okay, I'm not like one to jump and grab for contemporary very often, you know, it just doesn't, it's not, I prefer dark or, you know, something like that. But I can't stop reading her books and they are so painful and so emotional and I hate it and I yell at her the whole time I'm listening to them, but I'm listening
but
to.
it gives you all the feels.
Yeah. Like the last day and a half, I've listened to almost 3 books because
you were on a binge.
yeah, the difference between somebody and someone, the difference between somehow and some way, and the difference between someday and forever. Mm-hmm. So good. Okay, I'm not going to give spoilers because her books always have like twists you never even would imagine happening. But the guy and the girl, they like run into each other and he's like so grumpy and she's like, it's grumpy sunshine, you know? He believes in fate and she doesn't, and so they keep running into each other and he's like, fine, you know, she's the one for me because this is a big city and we keep running into each other. And then the biggest twist happens that connects them in a way you would never imagine.
Really?
It's crazy. Oh. And it involves a plane crash. So was it yesterday that we were on the plane? The day before? I'm sitting on the airplane.
Oh gosh.
You know, listening to this book about a plane crash, and I'm like, going,
maybe I should
timing is not right for that. But so that's what, and I listened to Heartbreak Me by T.L. Smith. That one's kind of dark and smutty. It's really, really good.
Really juicy.
But I just came off of a Penelope Sky kicker, like bender. That's what I meant to say, a bender. I listened, her books are forever long, and they're always in duets or trilogies. And I don't know, I think I listened to probably 12 of them last week.
Oh my gosh.
Alone. Like I couldn't take my earbuds out of my ears.
Oh my gosh, that is just crazy.
Those were all re-listens though. Because did you ever read The Buttons?
No, but you told me about them. Yeah. You said they were really good.
You still haven't read it. No. You never read my recommendations ever.
Okay, because the books I'm reading are not the same books you're reading.
I know, because you're reading self-help books. How boring is that?
It's not boring. I read
so freaking boring.
Let me see if what I got. Okay, on my audiobook, let's see what we got here. Oh, Rich Bitch. A simple 12-step plan for getting your financial life together finally by Nicole Lapin. And The Spender's Guide to Debt-Free Living.
Clearly we're working on our finances right now. Yeah.
And I listened to Zombies. That was the last one I listened to before that. And then I finished The Relaxed Author, and that was really good. And you can tell, like, with all of my little notes.
You're a dog ear.
Yeah, because I had lots of good notes for that.
Readers everywhere are cringing.
I know. I even did this hardback too.
Oh.
So this is the other book I got, and it's called Becoming Superwoman, and it's a 12-step guide to go from burnout to balance. I'm loving it. Same girl that was on the audiobook. I'm listening to an audiobook, and then I'm reading this one. I'm basically reading 2 of her books at one time. I really like her style. And she talks like in a way I can get it. And she's like a finance newscaster person, and she had no idea what finance was or anything about it. They just basically stuck her in this role, and she basically had to figure it out. And she basically helps women with like, and she's like an entrepreneur and like just all the things, like I can relate to her in a lot of ways. And then she does all the things, and she's so driven that she neglects other parts of her life. So like maybe it would be her love life, or maybe it would be like her fun or whatever. Like she'll just focus on her career.
Yeah.
And then she won't focus on herself. And then she like ended up in the hospital because she wasn't taking care of herself, and like her, like the mental, like psych ward, because she just totally just lost it. And she talks about all of it, and it's just very real and open. And I don't know, I just can relate to all this stuff. And she gives you like actionable things that you can do to like do, like make it more balanced in a way that not just a, you know, these are what you should do. Like she gives you like real steps you can follow. And you know me, I live for this kind of stuff. I do. I love it. And so I'm enjoying the heck out of that book.
I don't have that kind of brain.
And I go through spells, because you know me, I'll read
You're
all,
a mood reader.
Yeah, and I'll read like all the MM books ever in a week, you know, or whatever. And like I was on my zombie binge, and now I'm on this self-help financial planning binge or whatever. So basically I just want to be a bazillionaire. That's all.
Maybe after that you can get on a Penelope Sky binge and read the Button series.
Maybe so.
Is that the one you just said? I read all the books that you tell us to read.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, she does.
See, again,
Yeah,
I'm choosing Holly.
I know.
I'll be cleaning and be like, now what did she say, Christy? What did she say? We recorded that 2 weeks ago. I'm like, shit.
Do you know what else I started reading?
Sheriff's Secret? Oh my gosh! No.
I haven't read any of Karaduki's Royal Bastards books, and I think in Mexico I couldn't connect my Kindle to the Wi-Fi, so I had to look for something that I already had downloaded. And I saw that and I was like, I've been meaning to read that. I picked it up. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I loved it.
So,
and then it's fun because
reading that one.
In those Royal Bastards books, they get like little cameos of some of the others. So like in yours you have a cameo of my people, like in mine I have cameos of your people, and mine I have cameos of her people, and her, she has cameos of my people. Like,
did you know that was written into the contract?
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh.
And I haven't been.
Well,
I mean,
don't tell secrets.
Yeah.
I probably should. Never mind. Forget I just said that.
Strike it from the record.
I don't know what happened.
I don't think anything happened.
You're gonna find me.
Yeah. But you did, technically.
I did like for a couple of them, because I put yours in, and then I had somebody else's.
Yeah.
I can't remember who, but then I think like with the last one, and maybe the one before that.
Yeah, you probably just
kind of fell off.
But that's not not your intention. You just forget stuff.
Yeah, so. I forget everything.
And you did it with some of them. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and I don't even remember why I opened the contract.
If they say it's not fine, tell them don't talk to me. I'll tell them it's fine.
All right. That's what we did when we wanted to release. We wanted to release when it wasn't release time, and I handed it over to you, and you took care of it.
I know, because I have this way about, I don't know, like convincing people to do stuff.
Sweet talking people.
Yeah.
But you just didn't give her a choice.
Yeah. No, I just basically was like, we're gonna do this. Yay! Isn't that exciting?
So exciting.
She was like, yeah, I guess.
Doesn't that sound awesome?
Yeah, I was against the rules, but okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're so bad.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening, don't tell on us.
Don't tell. This is our little secret. I'm not even going to tell you who you could tell us on.
Yes.
Tell on us too.
Yeah.
Then
you didn't hear this conversation. We're always giving away our secrets.
I don't keep secrets very well. You keep secrets until you get in front of a camera.
I know, in front of a group or person, and like in person. So like when I go to these book signings, I tell you what, I will tell these people whatever they want to know.
Yeah.
They can ask me, like, I mean, just short of like my social security number, like they want to know like where I live. I'm like, yeah, well, let me take you over there. You know, like, come on.
And Matt's over in the corner growling at you. Knock it off.
I know.
You're not coming to our house.
I know. He just thinks I'm gonna get kidnapped one day because I don't know. Too trusting or something. Too nice. Too something.
Too something. Oh.
Well,
this was fun.
It was. I know.
We got to be in person doing this. Hopefully it records. We don't know. We don't know how to do it when we're together.
I know. So it could be that there's no sound.
Could be for the last hour we've just been talking to ourselves.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
That just gave Holly chaotic.
Yeah, Holly's like stressing, like, what?
Because we always joke that we're the blonde leading the blonde.
Yeah.
Neither one of us have a clue.
Nope. And it gets special sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, and like, I feel bad because like I'm supposed to like try to like mentor you because or whatever, but half the time I'm like, I don't know, you gotta go ask like an adultier adult, like not someone that's not me. I'm just winging it over here. And now I just basically ask you stuff because I don't know. And you know lots of stuff.
I don't know.
Yes,
But I do have authors asking, especially now that I've like put up a couple TikToks like talking about what I do, and now people are coming to me and asking, I'm like, do you understand that I don't know what I'm doing? Stop, don't ask me, go find somebody else.
Yeah, you look like an expert to them, so they're like, I'm gonna pick this girl's brain.
If they only knew how clueless I am.
We're all winging it.
Yeah. So we will be back. Hopefully we can get back on schedule. Things kind of got sidetracked for a minute. So hopefully we will be back in 2 weeks.
Yep. 2 weeks. And then we'll try and get some guests. I mean, we always talk about getting guests, but we never do.
Yeah, and people always love to hear us talk to people.
And people would like to be on the show. We just need to. We're just really bad at scheduling.
And you have 2 guests right here?
Well, we do. You know what I mean? Like
chop liver.
No, you guys, y'all have been having commentary. Believe me, we've been answering your questions over there. But like we had Nicole. Nicole was our last author that we had on?
No, we had Chelsea.
Okay, yeah. So we had Chelsea, Nicole, and then maybe Jessica and Kara. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So let us know who you want to see, because we may ask them if we can put our big girl panties on.
You know what we ought to really just do is have
a form.
Just do like a Google sheet and then have it filled up for
just say, you know, if you're interested, fill this out.
Like once a month, have a guest or something.
Yeah.
And that way we can have some wiggle room. So.
All right. Well, one of us will. Hey, Holly.
She's a spreadsheet queen, so no.
Okay. We will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.